What's up, guys? Gamescom is wrapping up right now, so I wanted to take some time to talk about the event and why, for me at least, it fell short. Gaming industry veteran Jeff Keighley held his now annual Gamescom Opening Night Live Showcase event on Tuesday, and it was underwhelming to say the least. While there were a handful of neat-looking games shown off, notably the return of Dead Island 2 and highlights like Lies of P and High on Life, among others, the event was otherwise an ad-filled, poorly paced event mostly featuring games we either already knew about or a whole lot of games that most gamers probably won't care about. That's not to say that each of the games shown won't find an audience or that smaller games shouldn't be allowed at industry events, quite the contrary in fact. However, they need to be balanced with big, exciting reveals in order to draw in the attention of the masses. And this show just didn't have much of that. The truth is that unless these types of shows have bombastic, newsworthy reveals, and more than a few of them, then it really isn't worth holding an event at all. Many of the updates on games like Gotham Knights and others could have just as easily been an update on the corporate Twitter account. We come out of this event knowing very little more about the future of our beloved hobby than we knew going into it. There just wasn't much to show. And yet, that is the issue with the modern style of every company holding a quote-unquote showcase event every few months. It's just too much. I long for the days of E3's past, during years where there would be so much big news coming out of the event that it was hard to keep track of it all. I wish these companies would unanimously agree to return to those days where we would wait several months for each major event, but once the time for the event came, we knew we were in for a treat. But unfortunately, I fear those days are gone, never to return. It's just much easier and cheaper for these corporations to stream a pre-recorded video with a few smaller announcements every so often than it is for them to fly all the way out to Los Angeles each year and run a massive booth full of game demos. I understand that, I just wish it didn't have to be that way. And so I continue to reminisce about the great E3 events of years past. Like, remember when PlayStation announced so much stuff that it broke the damn internet? I want those types of shows back. Every show Jeff Keighley has done lately seems to fall short of expectations, especially when it's plugged with so many ads that they take up half of the show. Hopefully the Game Awards will be better in December. It certainly wasn't terrible last year. We got Hellblade 2 gameplay, we got the Wonder Woman game announced, and we know Xbox likes to show up there. PlayStation has a lot that isn't revealed right now, so hopefully we will be in for some bigger announcements in the next few months here from some of these companies, because it has been a very dry summer between a lack of game releases and a similar lack of gaming news. It seems like everything that was noteworthy this year happened within the first few months of the year, and it's just been dry ever since. 2023, however, is looking to be a completely different story, and I plan on talking more in depth about that in the future. But until then, we have to suckle from the teat of Jeff Keighley and just take the little drops he gives us here and there. God knows I haven't learned my lesson and will still waste 2 hours to tune into his next event just in case, when it would be much easier and less painful to just check Twitter afterwards. Oh well. Anyways, maybe the Game Awards will have some more entertaining announcements come this December, but only time will tell. Until next time, take care.